Good morning from the heart of New York City. This is Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Podcast dedicated to one thing to learn and apply to eat better daily. I'm your host, Angela Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist, your personal health and wellness coach, your personal fat loss guru, and just someone with a lot of passion for healthy food, healthy eating, nutrition, feeling your best, looking your best, performing your best on all levels, losing the most fat. And I'm just passionate what you put on your plate, what you put in your mouth, and how it affects every single aspect of your life and your emotions and your performance and so much more. Food that nourishes us, that builds us, is so much more than just calories. But you should know that by now, right? So today is the last day we dedicate to the book Healthy Gut, Healthy You. It's one of the recent books, one of the best written, scientifically written book on the science of healthy gut. Healthy Gut, Healthy You, the personalized plan to transform your health from the inside out. The book is amazing. It has a lot of practical information, detailed information, especially for people with different disorders like IBS or irritable bowel syndrome or small intestines bacteria overgrowth or small intestines fungus overgrowth, leaky gut, did I mention that? So many conditions, allergies and weight gain and all kinds of problems, depression, fatigue, and a lot of things are correlated with the health of our gut. You should understand that by now, believe in that by now. Gut bacteria outnumbers human cells 10-1. So the better care we take of our gut, the healthier we will be, the better we will look, the better we will feel, and yes, the better we'll perform on all levels. Today's guys, the first episode was dedicated to inflammation and not eating foods that we are allergic to, that we are sensitive to controlling your blood sugar through your diet and through your lifestyle to create the healthy environment for your gut. That is the most important thing if you want to keep your gut healthy. Yesterday we talked more about diet and how, for example, more fiber might not necessarily be better, especially if you have bacteria overgrowth, and a lot of people actually with metabolic problems, with even things like heart disease, but especially things like IBS or leaky gut or what's not, have a lot of problem actually with bacteria overgrowth, not only with having the wrong kind of bacteria, but also just having too much of them because of eating the wrong foods, eating too much, eating all the time, or just having not enough motility, that is the rate with which food moves through your digestive system, having slow motility, and that causes food to be stuck in your digestive system, and that promotes bacteria overgrowth. A little bit of information before we dig in with all the practicalities. So today is all about lifestyle and what lifestyle factors matter the most when it comes to the health of your gut. So first one, let's dig in. Limiting toxins is very important for your gut health. Toxins like toxins in your environment, meaning, for example, drinking clear, clean water, having at least some kind of filter if you're drinking tap water, because a lot of stuff, water is recycled, a lot of stuff gets in chemicals and whatnot. So the better water you have, besides, every single cell in our body requires water. We drink the water is the most consumed product, quote unquote, that we consume on a daily basis in large amounts, and we require it in large amounts. So clear, clean water. Make sure that you have at least good filter and you're drinking great water on a regular basis. Then the second thing, when it comes to toxins, skin products, it's a lot of people underestimate how much of toxins and stuff that is not supposed to be in our body is getting absorbed because we put so much skincare product, different kinds of makeup on our body, or even things like sunscreen. You want to make sure that it's all natural. It doesn't have toxins, emulsifiers, and all that stuff that actually increase a lot inflammation in our body. And as you know already, inflammation is number one major factor that affects the gut health. But also, your skin is the biggest organ that has the exposure to the external environment, and it actually absorbs stuff. So whatever you put on your body, it's going to go in your body. Not like you would eat it, but still, if you're constantly putting tons of toxic stuff on your skin, some of it will end up inside your body. And another thing, smoking or drinking alcohol, those are all toxins that influence your gut bacteria in a negative way. So don't smoke, don't drink, or drink very little, because alcohol in any amount is most and foremost toxins that your body, that take priority to be metabolized when you consume it. So did you know, for example, that if you eat food and drink alcohol, your body will first and foremost have to take care of alcohol before any digestion happens, because it's a toxin and it can be a deadly toxin. That's why it takes priority for your body to eliminate it as soon as possible from your system. Okay, that what it comes to toxins, right? So limiting bad skin care products, drinking clean water, and don't smoke, don't drink. The second environmental factor is sun exposure and vitamin D. So sun exposure, studies prove that sun exposure is not the same as getting your vitamin D from supplements or foods, that there is something about sun exposure that influences our health and our gut bacteria too, that we need to get exposure to sun on a regular basis, either having on the weekends more time, spending more time in the sun, or going to sun tanning places, or getting some sun on a regular daily basis. But then, for sun exposure to work, you of course need to have parts of your body, bigger parts of your body, to be exposed to sun without any clothing. So for example, if you only have your legs or your arms or your face exposed to sun, it's not the same as sunbathing in your bikini suit or in, sunbathing clothing. And again, it's not the same as taking your vitamin D. And now studies, they speculate that vitamin D deficiency is not the precursor or something that causes diseases, but actually is a sign that something is wrong in your body already. So when you have vitamin D deficiency, you might need to address the cause that underneath that caused that vitamin D deficiency, not just supplementing vitamin D and expecting everything to start working normally again. So sun exposure may be 30 minutes every Saturday, Sunday, or go to tanning places and get the appropriate amount of UV B radiation for your skin, but also, depending on how adjusted you are to sun exposure, choose the amount of time that you can use, and do it on a regular basis, and that's going to improve your gut health and your bone health, and even your anxieties and depression. Sun exposure is very important, and if you're thinking about cancers, most studies prove that actually people who get regular exposure to sun actually get less cancers and even skin cancers, unless of course you go and you burn or you overexpose yourself to sun all the time and you're just getting too much. But not getting enough of it is just as bad for cancers and cancer prevention as getting too much. So, sunbase. The third environmental factor is time in nature, especially forest bathing. Japanese did recently a lot of studies about forest bathing and when it comes to health, general health, but also when it comes to health of our microbiome. And what they found out is people who spend time in forests regularly have more diverse microbiota, but also spending time in nature, in forest, and if you're in the city, parks kind of in the middle. It's not as good as forest, but not as bad as city environment. So spending time in nature boosts energy levels, boosts your mental and physical energy, boosts your immune system, you live longer, and you have less negative thoughts and less depression. And they're still speculating why exactly all of that happens, but one of the things is there's different kind of bacteria in forest, in nature, that contributes to our health, to health of our gut, but also there are negative ions that are more beneficial to our health, meaning that we need to be grounded or get exposure to negatively charged ions or electrons to feel our best, to have the most energy. So forest bathing or spending time in nature helps with that, helps to recharge our battery and to improve our gut diversity and improve our gut health and just happy feelings. So go to the park at least when you hear that. The next environmental factor that influences our gut health a lot is exercise. And when it comes to exercise, too much of it is as bad as not enough exercise. Walking proven to be the best exercise when it comes to gut health. Walking, especially in nature, of course, walking and just staying active. They did studies with athletes, especially athletes who play games like rugby or football, basically spending a lot of time outside. Their gut bacteria diversity, of course, is much better. They have more bugs and better bugs, but also their diets of athletes are usually better. But again, when it comes to exercise, you get better health. You stimulate your immune system in the right way that allows to thrive the right bugs and kill off the bad guys that are not supposed to be in our gut. So exercise help with that, but only if we get enough exercise, not too much. Basically meaning that if you're in constant pain, if you're constantly having some kind of muscle soreness, if you feel like you're inflamed, if you are under recovering, again, if you're having pains in your body, that means that you might be exercising too much, and that can actually cause things like leaky gut syndrome or irritable bowel syndrome or all kinds of gut issues, because exercise, it's still stress. And I love this example from the book that goes something like, we evolved walking. We walked a lot as hunters, as gatherers. Most of our life evolved around walking, that kind of movement, but we did not evolve exercising like crazy in the gym, right? Our hunter-gatherers ancestors did not have gyms, first of all, and second of all, they took any chance they could to rest from hunting and getting food, because that was the most important issue. But anyway, walking is the best exercise for your health and actually for long-term weight loss and weight maintenance too, and for anxiety and depression, walking help with that too. The fifth factor, environmental factor or lifestyle factor that influences a lot our gut bacteria and our overall health and energy levels is sleep, of course. And when it comes to sleep, it's duration, it's quality, it's schedule that matters. So it matters how much you sleep. So if you're constantly getting less than 7 hours of sleep, or if you're constantly getting more than 9 hours of sleep, that scientists speculate might be a sign that something is wrong with your health if you're constantly needing 9 and more hours of sleep. So anyway, if you're not sleeping enough, sleeping too much, then you compromise your long-term health, and you compromise your gut health, and you increase inflammation, and so many other factors go bad with our health when we undersleep or having to sleep more than enough. When it comes to quality of sleep, that also matters. If you wake up every single hour or a couple of even times a night and can go back to sleep, it's not the same as sleeping straight for 7-8 hours. And you need to make sure that the quality of your sleep as good as possible. So you go to bed, you fall asleep fast, and you wake up feeling refreshed without needing an alarm, and feeling like getting after your day every single time you wake up. And with quality of sleep, what helps? Well, we know that exposing yourself to light, to sunlight first thing in the morning helps a lot to actually fall asleep better and sleep better at night. So go for a walk first thing in the morning, even if it's a longer walk to work, still do that. You need sun exposure first thing in the morning to sleep better. When it comes to sleep quality, avoiding blue lights at night or screen time at least an hour before bed is very important for the production of melatonin that makes you go to sleep. But also, screen time, even with, orange filter on your phone, it creates that engagement of mind. A lot of times anxiety, if you're checking your emails or chatting about subjects that create anxiety or stress, that will not allow you to go to bed. The best thing to do before sleep is meditate, read some relaxing book, listen to some music, take a bath. Your sleep should start an hour before bed ideally. For example, myself, I cannot always make it happen, but I'm doing my best, and 80% of the time I'm making it happen. So I meditate before going to bed, I journal before going to bed, I avoid any kind of unpleasant or anxiety, stress-causing conversations, because that can be better taken care of in the morning. I just don't chat. My phone is on airplane mode before an hour before bed most of the time. So after 8, I usually don't respond to any emails, messages, etc., unless it's absolutely necessary. So that influences the quality of your sleep. Blue lights and screen time, and even TV time, it keeps your mind engaged, and it worsens the quality of your sleep. And then sleeping in darker, cooler room is also very beneficial to sleep quality. So I usually make sure that I turn on my AC or open the window in winter to make the room really cool before going to bed. Then I might take a warmer, hotter shower to actually warm up the core temperature of my body. And then I might finish it with a cold shower and get into a cold room. And that really produces good quality of sleep. And again, sleep is very important for every aspect of your brain health, of your body health, and of course of your gut health. It can cure anxiety, depression, it can increase your energy levels like nothing else, it can increase your creativity and productivity. So go the fuck to sleep, as one of the really popular authors said in his book, and sleep well. And the last but not least is stress management. Stress management, a lot of stress, unmanaged stress in our lives increases inflammation, and that again creates bad environment, unhealthy environment for our gut and for every single organ in our body, and every single condition we might have or we have gonna be going to worsen if we have higher level of inflammation in our body. But in any case, stress, unmanaged stress, compromises every single aspect of our life. We feel stressed, anxious, create more inflammation in our body, even allergic reactions or sensitivities to food increase when we are constantly under stress and we don't manage it. And stress management, meaning things like meditations, like stepping back and looking at this situation from a more positive perspective, and understanding, focusing on things that we can manage instead of stressing about things that we have no control of. Then spending time with friends and family, and hugging people you love to produce oxytocin that helps a lot with stress release and stress management. Spending time in nature help you to manage stress. Going for massages or other things that you love doing helps you to manage stress. And yes, once in a while allowing yourself to eat food that you love, even though they might not be as good for you as all the other healthiest food. Even just de-stress, it's important. Manage stress, focus on things that you can control, act on them, and release and forget about the rest. So stress management. Again, to recap, 6 factors that you should think about, you should organize, you should work on to improve the quality of your lifestyle, your environment, and to improve the quality of your gut health through that. So 1, limiting toxins, drinking clear water, limiting toxic skincare products, smoking, alcohol, none of that. Second one, sun exposure and vitamin D. Get exposed to sun, either in a natural environment, that is the best, of course, or go to tanning places and go UVB. Time in nature, especially forest bathing, going for walks in parks, going to the forest, hugging trees, all that helps. Playing sports also helps a lot, like volleyball or basketball or not basketball, football, soccer, rugby, anything that you play on the ground also helps with healthy gut bacteria. And that leads us to exercise. So the best exercise for gut bacteria for your overall health and stress management also is walking. Too much exercise is not better. It's actually bad for your gut health. So exercise enough, stay active, walk a lot. Sleep, quantity matters. Sleeping on schedule matters a lot actually to get the best quality of your sleep also. And then stress management. Meditate, hug people you love, do things that you love doing, focus on things that you can control instead of things that are out of your control, and smile more, guys. So that's our conclusion to our gut theme for the week. If you have any questions about gut-friendly diet, how to heal your gut, how to lose weight, lose fat, what kind of healthy gut practices help you with fat loss and weight loss. If you have questions about the environmental factor that you can control that influence the health of your gut, anything, shoot me email to Angela@createyourself.today, Angela@createyourself.today. Even though I'm not a gut expert, I can direct you to resources, people, sites, books that you can explore to master your gut health. So shoot me email, Angela@createyourself.today. Shoot me email if you need to lose weight, lose fat fast, using cutting-edge science and the best approaches to struggle the least, improving your health, improving your fitness, losing the most fat, and looking the most lean and shredded. Shoot me email to Angela@createyourself.today. Thank you guys for listening. Have an amazing weekend. Stay healthy. And till next time, eat better daily.